They say hospitality is not just a profession, it is a passion, a way of life. And when passion meets purpose, it creates experiences that stays with you long after the plates are cleared and the curtains are drawn. Understanding the increasing demand of skilled professionals in the hospitality industry, Sudarshan Meghalaya brings you another episode on career guidance. In today's episode, we are here at one of the most prestigious institutions shaping the future of hospitality in Northeast, the Institute of Hotel Management, Shillong. IHM stands as a symbol for excellence, helping students turn their dreams into career, and at the same time, it also helps them grow into future leaders. And to take us through the heart and soul of the Institute, we have with us a very special guest. We have with us the Senior Lecturer cum HOD, Ms. Deborah Rose Shylla Passah. Well, ma'am, I welcome you in today's episode of Career Guidance. I am excited to be doing this episode because I believe that this episode will pave way to many aspiring youths.
Thank you very much, Ms. Miracle.
All right, and before we go ahead and talk about the hardcore courses about IHM, it would be a great pleasure if you could just, narrate us about your journey and how did it all begin.
Okay, my journey at Institute of Hotel Management, Shillong is a great one. I am an alumni of the Institute. Okay, so I studied here from the year 2002, and then I completed my graduation in the year 2005. Then I worked with the Deborahs Journey, Kolkata. Then came back to Shillong, okay, because in the institute they require a trainer, a faculty. So that journey has been for me from the day that I studied and also till now, working as a trainer, as a faculty and a facilitator to all the students here.
Well, ma'am, it's great to hear that you have completed your education from this institute, and also you're back as a faculty member. So you are to say you're one of the success story of the institute. Right?
Yes, you can say that.
All right, ma'am. So as you're aware that we have done episode on IHM earlier, but then for the one who've missed the program or for our new viewers, could you just give us a gist or a brief what exactly IHM is all about?
Thank you for that question, Kong Miracle. Because many in the state itself do not know what IHM is all about. Okay, so we are blessed to have this last Central Institute of Hotel Management, which has been funded by the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. So Institute of Hotel Management, Shillong, okay, provides programs or courses which is relating to hotel management and career in hospitality, where we have courses such as 3 years BSc in Hospitality and Hotel Administration, and also there are 1.5 year courses and 6 months courses which the institute is also running for students who do not wish to undergo any other graduation courses, or maybe they have completed graduation and then they want to start their career or something on relating to cooking, baking, or owning a kiosk, owning a restaurant, owning a fast food, or owning a guest house, resorts like that. Okay, so those kind of students are also welcome in the institute to undergo these courses. And if I go further to brief about the the program which is basically for the 3 years course, this is called BSc in Hospitality and Hotel Administration. Okay, this is a 3 years course. So each year has got 2 semesters. So in total there is 6 semesters for the 3 years course. Okay, so the students who intend to take admission for this particular course have to pass the class 12 examination in any stream, whether it is arts, commerce, science, and also these students who are doing these courses which are from NIOS. Okay, they are not those regular students. Okay, so they are also welcome in these kind of courses to undergo the BSc courses. And then talk about another one which is called 1.5-year courses in craftsmanship, a certificate course in food production and patisserie, which students learned about cooking and baking, because some of them are just passionate to become cooks and to become bakers, having their own bakery, having their own kiosks, restaurants. Okay, so for this, the eligibility criteria for this is actually is for 10th pass, because there are students who do not wish to undergo to take further studies of class 11 or 12, so they approach us for this also. We have such kind courses for that, for them as well. And also, so to say, even this course is also not necessarily meant for them. Okay, it's also for students who have already completed a graduation. We have many students who have already undergone this courses of 1.5-year course, who are already graduates. Okay, and then they wish, because they have passion in cooking and baking, so they join these courses and then they take their career further. So immediately after completing the 1.5-year courses, we see them opening up bakery, they open up fast food, they open up restaurants at their own, at their own places, their own locality, their own hometown. Okay, so that becomes livelihood for them.
Yes.
Okay.
And apart from that, is there any short-term courses like you've mentioned?
Besides that, yes, we do have these Ministry of Tourism, which has been sponsored, which is called Capacity Building for Service Providers, under the name Hunar Se Rozgar Tak, under the name Entrepreneurship Program, which are 19 days for entrepreneurship program. And then we have courses such as 3 months and 2 months for short-term courses, which are also free of cost. Okay, for these for people who are like 8 pass and above.
All right, ma'am. So when we talk about the courses, the 3-year course, and then we have the 1.5 years, what are the job opportunities available after completing the courses?
Okay, that's a very good question, ma'am. Career opportunities for the 3 years course are plenty. Okay, they can work in hotels, they can work in resorts, they can work in having their own guest house, having their own restaurants, having their own kiosks, having their own bakery. Means entrepreneurship is plenty in this field. Okay, they can become trainers, they can become they can work with this with the state tourism department. Okay, they can work in railways. Okay, because in railways also there is in the train there are chefs, there are F&B servers, they can become managers. Okay, in schools such as JNV, they need those managers managing the hostels. Okay, they can work in airlines as crew members, or also in the flight kitchens. Okay, they can also work in multi companies, national companies. Okay, as hospitality managers. Okay, they can also, because nowadays we also see in banks, in banks, and then we see in even government offices. Okay, where they have customer related officers, managers, so they can also work in that. Okay, then they can work in crews. Okay, crews in the operational departments. Okay, whether as chefs, F&B service, in the housekeeping department. Okay, in the front office. Okay, they can also work in hospital catering, because hospital also have housekeeping, so managing the house, the housekeeping part of the hospitals. Okay, institutional catering, such as I have mentioned earlier, as in schools, boarding schools. Okay, also JNV also ask those managers, managers which are who have passed hotel management. Okay, then guest relation executives in so many fast food chains. We have nowadays QSR. Okay, QSR, where they manage those kiosks in the airports and railways. Okay, so they have a lot of scope over there as well. Okay, and of course being entrepreneur, because many of our students have become entrepreneur. They have become entrepreneur. They own their own guest house, they own their own resorts, they own their own bakery, they have their own restaurants. Some of them are freelancers. Okay, who you take them in any workforce, any operations, they are able to take those challenges.
Well, ma'am, thank you so much for clearing the doubts, because It has been stereotyped that once you go for hotel management, you all end up becoming managers or chef, but then you have, explained the varieties of options available if one take up hospitality.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. So coming back to your institute, how well equipped are you with the infrastructures?
Okay, the institution has for each and every subjects, okay, we have laboratories. Like for example, we have one of the main subject is food production, that is relating to cooking and baking. So the first years will have their own kitchen, the second year will have their own kitchen, the third year will have their own kitchen, laboratories during practicals. Then of course theory classrooms are there. We have bakeries, okay, for the 3 years courses, okay. Then another subject that we have, it's called food and beverage service. Then for that also there are restaurants, training restaurants for first year separately, second year separately, third year separately. And then we have another subject which is called room division, which is including front office and housekeeping. So for that also there's a separate lab for front office, then the separate lab for housekeeping, which includes laundry room, linen rooms, okay, other practical labs, okay, which we teach them how to make flower arrangement and bed making, okay. And to stress on this, we also have an applied training center which we do practical for our students, even that, how to set up a guest room, how to clean a guest room, how to arrange a guest room. And then we have, because we have to learn computers, so we also have a computer laboratories for that. And then besides that, then there are other kitchens also which we do for our research and development. We also have a quality control lab, okay, which we do testing of food, testing of, because we have a fruit wine incubation center, so we test the fruit wines. So these are the laboratories which is there in the institute.
Okay, and apart from the infrastructures, do you also have hostel facilities available from, for the students who want to take up?
Yes, we do have facility for hostel. The boys hostel is separate, the girls hostel is separate. And then yes, as per UGC norms, each room will have 3 occupants.
Okay. And apart from that, how often is the campus recruitment?
Okay, campus recruitment is happening throughout the year. Okay, we start our session in the month of July. So from the month of August till the month of April of the following academic session, campus recruitments are always happening for the third years. Before they go for campus interview, or because we invite industry partners to come to the institute for campus recruitments, so we groom them. So we have we have classes on personality development. We also take their mock tests, their mock interviews, okay, to groom them on that. Then also resume building, how to how to make the resumes. Okay, so campus recruitments are throughout the year, from starting from the month of August till April of the academic session. And we have a lot of industry partners for campus interviews. There are hotels, there are resorts, there are group of hotels, there are standalone hotels, there are QSR, okay, who comes for campus interviews. To mention, we always have recruiters from the Oberoi group of hotels, the Park hotels, the Lalit Suri group of hotels, okay, the Mayfair group of hotels. Okay, then the Zuri Whitefield from Bengaluru. Then we have QSR such as HMS Host. Then likewise,
yes,
plenty they used to come. Okay.
Right. Now let's see. So how professionally do you train your students, to come out of that classroom zone?
Okay. See, the course is plenty of practical classes are there. So like the morning session is always a practical classes. So either the students is engaged in food production classes and bakery, F&B service, rooms divisions, or computers. Okay. So there's a lot of credits been given to the practical classes, and also 40% is the theory classes. Okay. So that's how, when they do a hands-on practical classes, they are industry ready. They see, because they use the equipments themselves, they pick up a plate by themselves, they ironed a linen by themselves, okay, they fold, they learned how to fold napkin folds by themselves, okay, they do packaging by themselves, they knead the dough when they, when they are in the bakery, they knead the dough by themselves, they measure the ingredients by themselves. So they, like this, they are industry ready.
Yes. And apart, like, in this competitive world, in the world of, unemployment again, how do you train your students to outstand, say?
Okay, so like I've said earlier, like before the campus recruitment, we conduct these personality development classes for them, okay, and then also at the same time, if we also call industry experts, okay, to come and give lectures to our students, okay, for example, from Department of MSME, Department of Tourism, Department of DCIC, they come time by time to give lecture to our students. They tell our students about the various schemes, okay, various schemes which they have, and then so that students who do not wish to go out of their hometown, okay, to work outside of the state, they can always avail these schemes, okay, and then to open up their own bakery, open up their own restaurant, their own guest house, okay, homestay, to increase the employment level at their at this stage after completing of the course.
Okay, ma'am. So can you also just elaborate on the scholarship says for anyone who's enrolled here in the institute?
Yes, students do avail the scholarship schemes which is being given by those post-matric scholarship, then from Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Minority Affairs, okay, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Department of Higher Education, then from DONAIR through NEC, and also from Department of Tourism.
Okay, and also I would just like to know, since we have covered the main course about the institute, when exactly is the admission timing?
Okay, the admission starts from the month of December of the previous academic session. The admission is through joint entrance examination, okay, which has been conducted by the National Council for Hotel Management, Noida. Students can go through this particular joint entrance examination as well, okay, and also for IHM Shillong, we also do have admission through the Department of Tourism, okay. We also have seats for all the northeastern states, okay, which they can apply through their Department of Tourism of a particular state. Let's say, for example, from a state of Arunachal, they nominate students from Arunachal to come to IHM Shillong to study. So similarly other states as well, we get from Manipur, we get from Mizoram, we get from Tripura, okay, we get from Nagaland, okay, like this the admission is being taken into IHM Shillong. So besides joint entrance examination, in case we do not get students from the joint entrance examination, we get an intimation from the NCHM city Noida that we can take up residual seats. So those can be direct admission to IHM Shillong through that residual seats.
Well, ma'am, I believe you've covered all the topics with regards to IHM. If there's anything you can add on.
Yes, we are glad to inform that from the previous 2 years, the graduation certificate that we get for the BSc in Hospitality and Hotel Administration is being recognized by Jawaharlal Nehru University, which is in Delhi, and also with power of NEP. Also, there's no age limit for studying into courses. Anybody who is 18 years and above, okay, for the BSc course, for the 1.5 year courses, anyone can come and study this particular course, okay, because why? It's a skill based course. So after completing of the course, anyone who is 35 or 30 or together with 25 years of age, okay, they can always start of their own. Something entrepreneurial process is there after that, okay. Also to inform you, Institute of Hotel Management also has an applied training center, which is a 25-room hotel, training hotel for the students. So we also impart training to our students in that particular training center. Also, we also have, in collaboration with the Farmers Commission, Government of Meghalaya, we also have a Northeast Fruit Wine Incubation Center where we make fruit wines for, whenever there's a season for fruits, like for example now season of strawberry or Shillong or kiwi or pineapple, those local fruits, okay, so they have been turned into wine in that particular incubation center. Also, we have incubation center for jackfruit processing, okay, again through in collaboration with Farmers Commission, Government of Meghalaya. So there we also give training to farmers or anyone who want to process jackfruit, whether it is in their tender form or in its ripe form, okay. So, and besides that, we also have tailor-made training programs for people who wish to learn bakery, or who wish to learn housekeeping, okay, or who wish to learn F&B service, right, for depending on either it can be a 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, or maybe 2 weeks or 15 days, okay. So we frame those tailor-made programs for them, okay. We made a budget for them, and then they come for training for these also. It can be their passion, it can be their liking towards those to those subjects. So we also make for them a tailor-made programs. So these are something that I wanted to add.
That's really a book for anyone who has passion, in this industry. Well, ma'am, there's also, you've mentioned that there's no age bar for joining the courses,
yes,
right? So that's really, something that people get to know about it, and maybe more people comes up for admission.
True.
Like without, keeping in mind about the age limit or reality.
True. Yes.
So, ma'am, if there's any message that you'd like to share to the viewers?
Yes, the message is, we really wish that, because we have to uplift our state, we have to come up with our own entrepreneurial process, okay, in either ways, okay. Because why I'm telling this, because I've seen graduates, students who join this 1.5 year course and they are really doing well. Then I used to ask them, why after graduation you do this course again? Why didn't you come that time when studying BSc and then again then do the graduation course? Okay, so they told me, okay ma'am, after graduation we have nothing to do. Okay, so it's the only food, okay, or baking or service, okay, which can help come up with our unemployment. Okay, so this particular program or courses at IHM Shillong really will help people to boost up their livelihood, whether it is food processing, or whether having their own, like mentioned earlier, all those all those entrepreneurial activity which they can do which they can do at their own. Sometimes start at their own home, okay, then increase, okay, taking up schemes. Government of Meghalaya, I believe other states as well, okay, have these schemes where where they give loan to passionate people, to startups, yes, to startups, okay. And then hospitality is, you can go to any level, extend to any level, right. After COVID especially, we see there's a lot of people moving out, okay, from baby boomers, from youngsters, okay. They come few days spent, and then they need a place, a good place to rest, a good food, homely food, local food, engage in the tourist activities, okay, which is can be provided, okay. So learning hospitality is one, because something, if you don't talk well, you don't communicate well to the tourists, next time you will not get that particular tourist to come back anymore, and there'll be word of mouth spreading that don't go to that particular state because they don't know hospitality, right. So we see there's a lot of changes with our students also when they had come in the first year rough and tough, but then later when they graduate, so we see them that they become very sober, they understand. And also there's a lot of employment which is in this particular industry. Yes.
Well, ma'am, I believe you have covered most of the topics about the IHM, and this will definitely help anyone who is interested to get into this line. And at the same time, ma'am, we definitely want to do more in this, but then we can always schedule a different episode. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time despite your busy schedules. And I believe that you have created a new perspective about IHM, and this will pave and help students who wants to build a career in this line. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, we have come to the end of today's Career Guidance episode. We'll meet again on the next episode of Career Guidance. Till then, remember that hospitality is not just about buildings, about uniforms or menus. It is about people. It begins with respect, thrives with passion, and ends with a smile. Until then, keep watching DD Meghalaya.